that team's offense generated by his court vision.
Rockets trailed by 18. Beverly and Harden man the backcourt. Terrence Jones is down low with Howard. And it's Ariza in at the 3 slot. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. And Beverly kicks to Jones. It's stolen by Morris. Into Green. Pass to Thomas. It's going to be out of bounds. The Suns will retain possession.
Maybe a low percentage pass, but it still nearly got through.
I like it, though. I mean, it's an aggressive play. Heads up defending to deflect it away.
Phoenix making some changes. Markieff Morris is checked in for Morris. P.J. Tucker comes in for Green. Eric Bledsoe is subbed in for Thomas. And Bledsoe, here we go. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Bledsoe's got 9 points here in the second half.
You know, they've been able to depend on his offense all game long, guys. He's drained a lot of shots out here.
And between now and the horn, Steve, the ball should be in his hands as much as possible if they want to continue to build this lead.
And the basket by Jones. Phoenix with the ball. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
And they're doing a better job now taking care of the basketball than they did earlier.
Rockets trailed by 18. And it's Ariza in the corner. Feeds to Jones. Houston moving it around. Howard. Nice pass. Led into the rack perfectly for the layup. Howard's got 21.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
Love it. Old school. Just physical play in the paint. Dominate.
Offensive rebound. The shot's good from Plumlee.
You know, they're not totally dominating the glass, but they're definitely doing enough to keep this lead right where it is.
Well, if you're doing enough good things and you're maintaining at least a slight edge on the boards, you're usually going to be in pretty good shape.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Here's Harden. The second chance effort, and there's the nice layup by Howard. He's got 23.
You got to put bodies on the glass right there. They just are not getting it done on the boards.
Yeah, they've got to do a much better job of going harder than that to the glass.
Shot's good by Bledsoe. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. And it's Ariza in the corner. Here's Jones. Nice work on the board. He's paying off with the basket. Jones has got 4 points in the quarter.
And there it is again. That's where their points have been coming today, from the low post.
And even under pressure in tight, they've maintained their concentration and converted their opportunities.
Phoenix leading by 16. And Bledsoe, here we go. And that one is stuffed right through.
Fantastic dunk, and he decided to hang around up there for a while, Kevin.
Well, maybe, he didn't want to land awkwardly. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe it was a safety move.
Or maybe he just wanted to give the photographers a better angle for the shot.
Here's Harden. Second shot opportunity. And the basket by Jones. Jones has got 20.
Well, we've seen that more than a few times. An easy bucket in the lane.
Yeah, the interior defense simply has been lifeless.
Dragic dishes to Morris. Another 3 for Phoenix.
They are killing them with that three-point shot here in the second half.
Well, the defense fully stretched out trying to stop that shot and still not able to get it done.
It's Harden with the drive. Plumlee with the steal. And now the Suns, a fast break. There's the lob to the hoop. Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop. And the Suns lead by 21.
Quick hands on the steal, quick feet on the break.
Costly mistake to fork that ball over and then not get back on D.
Rockets have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Here's Beverly. Plumlee with the block. And here comes the break. Here's Tucker. Good. Tucker's got 25 points. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Suns.
Their defense has been outstanding, Kevin. Closing out on shots, blocking a lot of them as well.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition. Well, it started about a decade ago, but you would have to say that although the best players in the league might be wingmen, this generation is known for its point guards. There are a bunch of great ones out there, and that's pretty cyclical when you talk about the positions of dominance across the league throughout its history. It's been point guards, big guys, wingmen, and right now I think point guards are right there at the top of the league.
Point guard, definitely a position where you can point to any number of players and say, Steve, they are the best player on their team.
Well, and what's funny is that there are so many different types still. I mean, pure playmakers, scoring guards, do-it-all kind of guys. But, you know, now if you don't have a point guard who's one of your better players, your team is going to be at a big disadvantage most nights.
He's off on the first. Miles Plumlee, Steve, buried on the bench in his rookie season with Indiana, but the Suns saw something in him, and they would not sign off on the Luis Scola trade without Plumlee coming back in the deal.
Well, it was a good move on their part. Plumlee stepped into their starting center position, played very well, and has a bright future, really, in Phoenix because he fits right into what they're trying to do.
And he can't make the second free throw either. Listen both.
And the Suns' top draft pick, Alex Len, dealt with ankle issues last season. That being the case, how big was Plumlee for them? I mean, he's a big-time glass eater inside and an above-the-rim finisher to help force the D to collapse. He's a guy that I think has tremendous upside and is extremely athletic for a front-line player.
Here's Bledsoe. Plumlee, the pass to Dragic. And that one's good.
Part of this interior collapse we've seen defensively is the reason they've struggled, and they're trailing by so much. And Plumlee still working to expand his skill set, but you don't find many 7-footers who can uncork a 40-inch vertical lead. I mean, his athleticism sets him apart. And that's a difficult shot in the face of a defender that towers over.
Well, you know, he almost seems to enjoy those mismatches, Steve. It gives him a chance to show what a strong finisher he is.
Gets himself open and drills it. Plumlee's got 4 this quarter.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. He's got to be relentless.
Jones and Houston again with the bucket.
Impeccable mechanics this quarter. He's been perfect from the field.
Suns leading by 21. Right wing. Here's Bledsoe. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. And it's now 23 points for Eric Bledsoe. 1:57 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And Beverly kicks to Ariza from downtown. And it's Howard finishing it off.
I tell you what, it never gets old watching him work, does it, fellas?
No, Clark, you know, that's a good way to put it. He will work. Great example of that on the offensive glass right there.
Yeah, just blue-collar stuff. And then he put a little flair in the dunk.
Rockets shooting in the fourth quarter has been efficient at 56%. And it's Beverly missing.
I don't know if it's just me, but he's looked a step slow since the start of the quarter. His shooting has really suffered. Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just total obliteration. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Phoenix.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah, I like that. And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. Wasted no time on that one. 14 points for James Harden. There's a minute left here in the fourth quarter. Dragic kicks to Bledsoe. Off target from outside. Here is Harden. Out of bounds. Rockets ball as Houston keeps possession. Houston a whole new 5 on the floor. Some changes for Phoenix. The wide open look here for Jerry. No good on the quick 3. Phoenix has gotten some tough luck from 3-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Here's Warren, and that one's good.
Well, they've done a great job keeping the fans out of the game today, and the closer they get to the win, the quieter it gets.
Yeah, we call that the sweet sounds of silence. They're going to savor this win, as well they should. Every road win carries a little extra reward.
Get outside, get outside.
Green left side. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
Boy, they're extending their lead. It kind of feels like they're just piling on here as we come to an end.
Well, hey, let's just call it what it is. They are trying to run it up on them.
Cannon kicks to Terry. Beyond the arc. And that one's good. So it's the Suns winning easily here. And this one was such a lopsided victory.
They never let up. They were full throttle from the start.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, Goran, certainly a nice win tonight. Tell us what was working for you guys.
You know, we are as a team, so we play as a team. We are fighting back, and we are just solid in defense. Make some easy basket in transition, and in the end, we won that game.
Clearly a team that likes playing with each other. Goran, thank you for your time. Guys, over to you.
Thank you, Doris. And so that'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. Now let's check out the Jordan Player of the Game.